5 more to the finish. The Edenton Steamers playing host to the Greenbrier Knights with 5 divisional games on tap to finish the regular season in the Premier Collegiate League. Right now, the Steamers 2.5 back of the Tarboro River Bandits and the Premier Collegiate League Eastern Division. There's a lot at play tonight, a lot at play the rest of the way. We'll break down the entire playoff picture for you, but right in front of you right now, it's the Knights and Steamers for the 13th time this season. Myself, Ray Dunn, Adam Fine in the booth with me. We're going to take you through all of the action tonight. And Adam, Steamers definitely have a little bit of momentum coming off of last night.
Well, when you score the most runs you scored all season, that'll definitely do it. A lot of walks, a lot of hit by pitches, and a couple of home runs in between led to a pretty strong finish for the Clams.
Now we're going to take a quick break here as we get the pregame festivities going at historic Hicks Field. We'll be right back with Steamers baseball. Welcome back to historic Hicks Field. A quick break there in our pregame action. Pledge of Allegiance happening out there on the field. Took a couple seconds. Now we're back here breaking down the Knights and Steamers. And Adam, you were talking about just how big of a night it was for the Clams last night. A 20-3 victory over the Fuquay Varina Twins. Only 8 hits and put up 20 runs. Only 3 more hits than they had the night before when they only scored 1 run. Nonetheless, it gets the job done. Now we're at this stretch of the season where every game can absolutely change the way you look at the playoff picture. As a player, how do you react to a pressure-packed situation like that?
Well, as they say, the playoffs, Ray, have started right now. They started a little early, and to focus on there's no such thing as pressure. As a player, you have to be present in the moment and just work your at-bats, and if you're a pitcher, pound the zone, and then what happens, happens, and you just live with that result.
Now, for this team, currently 2.5 back with 5 to play, 3 of those games being against the Knights, 1 of those 3 right now, and then 2 of them being against the River Bandits. The River Bandits come to town on Saturday, and then the Steamers go travel to play them on Monday. If they go 5-0, they win the division. That's the ideal situation if you're a Steamer fan. 4-1, it depends on the one you lose. Might need a little help here and there. 3-2, you need a lot of help, a lot of things to break your way. Any other record in the next 5, they're unable to get it done. We'll break down some of those scenarios for you throughout the game as we get more into it. As for what you're going to see tonight, it's a familiar matchup for the Steamers. Vincent Bashara once again on the mound for the Knights.
Well, Vincent Bashara had a tough night against Peninsula, so he's going to really look to bounce back here in a place where he's had a lot of success, right? So the Steamer bats are going to need to be ready. It's going to be a little bit more of a difficult matchup tonight than, say, yesterday's night where they put up 20 runs.
Absolutely. On the mound, though, they've got a guy that they believe in quite a bit. Left-hander Clark Dearman making his 5th start of the summer, and we've seen at times just how dominant he can be.
Yeah, with that fastball, he can be very dominant, and I talked to him before the game, and as always, he's locked in, he's ready to go. He said, but he did say, just another game.
Just another game. He is 3-1 so far this summer in 6 games pitched for them being starts, a 7.78 ERA. He struck out 32 in 19 2/3. That's the left-hander from Presbyterian. As for who he will be going up against, Trent Hanchy leading off for the Greenbrier Knights, and we've seen plenty of him this season.
Yeah, I mean, the long ball in Game 2 of the doubleheader against the Steamers, that really just sucked the life out of this crowd here at Historic Hicks. And I mean, he's a baller. That's really just all I have to say about that.
Max Lucas batting second, playing second. Jose Cazorla, designated hitter, batting third. Warren Bailey, the catcher, batting fourth. Min-Jae Hong, the first baseman, batting fifth. Zach Coldsnow, the right fielder, batting sixth, and he's had some success at Historic Hicks as well.
Yeah, the Old Dominion hitter knows what he's doing. Early on in the season, seen a lot of home runs in the first inning of ball games here, and just struggling a little bit in the later areas of the season here in Edenton, so he's going to look to bounce back again. But he's got another guy who's looking to bounce back, Clark Dearman.
Carter Johnson, the third baseman, batting 7th. Miles Webb, the left fielder, batting 8th. And Thomas Crandall, the shortstop, batting 9th. Once again, Vincent Bashara on the mound for the Knights. As for your Steamers, Chase Bruno leading off and playing shortstop. Hunter Cole in right field, batting 2nd. Case Kermode in left field, batting 3rd. Joe Haney, the third baseman, batting 4th.
So Joe Haney had the off night last night, so he's going to be refreshed and ready to go tonight, and he's confident. He's been swinging it a lot better, too. The long ball starting to come for him.
Aaron Copeland, talk about someone swinging it well. He's batting 5th and playing center field. Casey Hare at second base and batting 6th. Josh Pernetti back in the lineup at first base, batting 7th.
Yeah, another left-handed bat back in the lineup, and Marshall McDonald's excited to have him back. Hopefully he can continue his power streak in an important game against the Knights tonight.
As he was tied for the team lead in home runs, Hunter Cole took it back last night with the grand slam. Jackson Hipp, the designated hitter, batting 8th, and Jacob Bishrat, the catcher, batting 9th. Clark Jr. once again on the mound. It's the Steamers and Knights for the 13th time this season. We're inching closer to the postseason. Every single game matters as we try and chase down to the end of this Premier Collegiate League Eastern Division season. The rest of them all divisional games, we're going to be excited to bring them to you. We're just minutes away from first pitch. Myself, Ray Dunn, Adam Fine will be taking you through all of the action tonight. Stay tuned. We'll be back with Steamers baseball here at Historic Hicks Field. Welcome to historic Hicksfield for tonight's matchup between the Greenbrier Knights and your Edenton Steamers. As Clark Dearman going through warm-ups right now, the left-hander getting his 5th start of the summer for the Clams. His best start of the season came against these Knights, a 5-inning start in which he struck out 6 and allowed just 2 earned, while earning 1 of his 3 wins on the season. For the Knights, it's a familiar face leading it off. Trent Hanchy has had some great success against the Steamers. Trent Hanchy, Max Lucas, and Jose Cazorla, the 1, 2, 3 in this order. A great game on tap, one of the last 5 for this season. All of them divisional games, all of them important as the Steamers try and catch the River Bandits, standing just 2.5 back with 5 to play. I'm Ray Dunn. Adam Fines with me in the booth, and we will have all the action for you this evening. Adam, what are you looking forward to tonight?
Well, new cleats for Clark Dearman. I'm not sure if you can tell, but they're pretty shiny. And it's his first time ever wearing them. And so I told him, I'm like, hey. And he also said that he didn't really like them when he first got them, because he got them in the fall. And I told him, hey, well, you're going to like them tonight if you pitch well. If you pitch well, you're not going to wear another set of cleats for a long time. So we'll see. You know, when Michael Jordan wear the Jordan 1s in Madison Square Garden this last time and he played super well, he didn't care that his feet were bleeding because he was dropping 50.
Right.
Could be the same case here.
Could be the same case here. What would be the equivalent of Dearman dropping 50 here?
I'd say one hitter.
One hitter?
Through 6 innings.
Through 6 innings? All right, I can take that. He's ahead 0-2 to Trent Hanchy, the center fielder.
And that one hit will probably come from this guy, Trent Hanchy.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss and a quick start for Dearman. There's one away.
Well, if Hanchy's going to get a hit, he'll have to wait. Quick work by Clark Dearman. Good job. I mean, Marshall McDonald back-to-back with the guys with pace. Willie last night, Dearman tonight. Looks like Marshall has somewhere to be.
Working quickly to get to that all-star break or all-star game because he will be there tomorrow night. First pitch popped into the air on the bunt. Haney's going to come in to catch that. Max Lucas is set down. There's 2 away.
Speaking of quick, that's a way to do it. Good awareness by Joe Haney over there at third. Wasn't a difficult play, but still, anytime a bunt pops in the air, a lot of times that means chaos in the infield.
4 pitches so far. 5th pitch of the inning to Jose Cazorla misses 1-0.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see Cazorla take till he gets a strike here when you only throw 4 pitches to the first 2 hitters.
Lines one and keeping everyone awake over in the grandstand on the first base side.
Cazorla doesn't care about pitch counts. If he gets a fastball down the middle, he's going to do his best to hit it in play, in a gap preferably.
2-1. Cazorla, we'll see him in the home run derby tomorrow night at Tarboro.
Yeah, kid's got a lot of pop. Should be exciting. Wouldn't be surprised if he was one of the, I don't know, front runners.
Pops this one into the air. Aaron Copeland in center field, trying to track it down, and he does. And that will do it for the inning. It took 8 pitches. Clark Dearman works quickly regardless.
4 minutes, Ray.
4-minute first inning for Clark Dearman. That's some pace. We'll come back with the Clams coming to bat on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Bottom of the first inning coming up. Clark Dearman making quick work of the Knights in the top of the first, throwing just 8 pitches, a 4-minute inning. Vincent Bashar now getting his chance on the mound. He will see Chase Bruno, Hunter Cole, and Case Kermode as the Steamers bats get going.
Well, speaking of getting going, Bruno's already gotten going. He is hot. He's really starting to find his stroke and come into his own this season. 3 hits last night. And what made those 3 hits even more impressive, left field line drive, center field line drive, and right field line drive, using all fields.
He likes that first pitch. He's going to see a ball here, so 1-0. Over the last 2 weeks, Chase Bruno is hitting .375 with a .512 on base percentage.
That is tremendous.
That's what you want out of your leadoff hitters. He fouls this one down the right field line. It's 1-1.
Yeah, and one of the things he's done a really good job of is just using all fields, is what he didn't really do in the beginning of the season. You can't really, there's no weakness with Chase Bruno. Bashara can't rely on a certain location.
1-2 as he cuts, misses that one low and in. Bashara's 1-2. Swing and a miss. He is struck out. There's 1 away. Bruno's got the best batting average the last 2 weeks. This guy's got the best batting average on the team for this season. This is Hunter Cole. Hit another grand slam last night, second of the season.
Well, yeah, that's why you bat him 1-2. Get him out of the way first, and Hunter Cole is seeing it well.
Takes a strike, 0-1.
I was very befuddled, Ray, last night. Center fielder for the Twins was playing relatively in on Hunter Cole in center field, and did not look good when that ball ended up soaring over his head and over the center field fence.
Pops this one into the air and foul for third base side, and that one just missing someone in the grandstands. Make for a good souvenir. Charhead 0-2 to Cole, and missing 1-2.
Bashar is another pitcher that likes to work quick. So if you got a hot date after this game, you timed that up pretty well.
1-2. Cole popping this one up in the air on the infield. Johnson under it and makes the grab.
Hunter Cole just missed that one. Not going to hit him all over the fence. And Bashara, some late movement on his pitches as well. So it can be tough to really fully square one up.
Case Kermode, someone you will also see in the Home Run Derby tomorrow night at Tarboro, and that's a 5:30 start there. First pitch to him inside, 1-0. Kermode is hitting .246, .333 on base percentage, 4 home runs. Cuts and misses there, 1-1. He's driven in 17. Good for a tie for second on the team.
That works well when your number is 17.
Two and one.
We marveled last night at Cutler, Brantley Cutler. Number 8, playing position number 8. Well, it's also cool when a stat matches your jersey number as well. I guess that's my thing, Ray.
All about the aesthetic. 2-1, ground over to shortstop. Fielded cleanly, and the throw to first. In time, a 1-2-3 inning for Bashara. Both pitchers working quick, sent down the sides in order. 0-0, we head to the second inning here on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Top of the second inning here at historic Hicks Field. Before we get back to baseball, do you have a slow computer, broken cell phone? Get personal professional help at Edenton IT, located at 203 South Broad Street, right here in downtown Edenton, for all your computer and cell phone repair needs. Again, that's Edenton IT, located at 203 South Broad Street, downtown Edenton. 4-5-6, due up for the Knights, Warren Bailey, N.J. Hong, and Zach Coldsnow. Dearman's first pitch to the Knights catcher is fouled, 0-1. Bailey hitting .237, has have 3 home runs. Down the count now, 0-2.
A steady diet of away fastballs so far from Clark Dearman. They're so close. They're such good friends. I almost said Hunter Cole.
2, a swing and a miss. He struck him out. There's 1 away.
Well, regardless if his name's Clark Dearman, he's playing a lot of the likes of Hunter Cole right now, dominating so far. Good curveball there. A waste pitch that turns out to be an out pitch.
You love when that happens. He's led off both innings with a strikeout, and that'll bring up N.J. Hong.
I was never much of a pitcher, Ray, but whenever I did, maybe back in my middle school day, maybe against you, but whenever I would throw a pitch that was just well out of the zone in the dirt or way outside or upstairs, and this hitter would swing at it, rarely, always the best feeling.
1-0, cut on a miss, 1-1. Yeah, it is, because you don't really have to work for that one.
It leaves your hand, and you go, oh no, and then all of a sudden, oh yeah.
Being bailed out is fantastic. 1-1 from Dearman in there, 1-2. For Hong, he's hitting .227, a .346 on base percentage. Count even at 2 as Dearman just put one just a little bit off the plate.
Yeah, no, that was a good spot. Another, I wouldn't even say a waste pitch because he was trying to at least get Hong to chase there.
2-2 bouncing in, 3-2.
Dearman doing a much better job locating tonight. When he lost a little bit of control and left pitches over the plate against Tarboro and they hit home runs.
First base runner, that pitch just missing. Hong will walk on down to first. A 1-out walk that brings up Zach Coldsnow.
As I was saying, he's not leaving balls over the plate tonight. And so far, been some strikeouts, and the ball's been staying in the yard. Even that pitch right there on the corner just missed. So even though it surrendered a walk, if I'm Clark Dearman, I'm happy with the intent that is on display tonight.
Zach Coldsnow has a pair of home runs this season, both of them at historic Hicks Field. His swings and misses there, 0-1. The outfielder from Old Dominion sitting .169 with a .279 on base percentage. One in there, 0-2.
And the difference, again, with Clark, 0-2 counts instead of 2-0 counts. Huge difference, keeps the hitters off balance. Because Clark's got a changeup too, so you got to be ready for 3 different pitches.
So 2, this one on a line over to Bruno, makes the catch, going to try and double him off. The throw up high, Pernetti bouncing off his glove, and he'll just recollect that one. 2 away.
That was close to some Bruno magic right there. Nice play. It would be highly impressive for Bruno to double Hong up there at first, so even though the throw is a little bit offline.
And all of his weight was taking him the other way, trying to come back across and make that throw. Good job from Pernetti just knocking that down.
Yeah, to keep that from going into the dugout or anywhere else keeps Hong not in scoring position, so that's huge.
Carter Johnson getting a chance with 2 away. 0-1 to him on the foul ball.
That's a play even Anthony Stalen would have trouble making, going across his body, even with his arm strength.
Dearman's 0-1. Leaves one up. 1-1.
And you hear good pitch from the crowd for a reason. That was really close.
Now Hong on the move. The 1-1. Bishrod up. The throw down. Not in time. And a runner in scoring position now for the Knights.
And without seeing a move from Dearman, Dearman hasn't gone to first yet today. Hong was able to pick up his tendencies a little bit there and get a good jump. I mean, Bishrod put that on the money, but with a good jump like Hong had right there, almost impossible to throw him out.
2-1 cut on and miss, 2-2.
One thing I haven't seen much from Clark, now that reminds me, is he hasn't really gone to first much like a Spencer Ambrose would or Daniel Brandon. And if he can implement that into his game a little bit, he can be even more effective.
The 2-2, a call, third strike, and that will end the inning. The Knights get one in scoring position, but leave him there. No hits, no runs, one left. We head to the bottom half of the second inning here on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Bottom of the second inning, about to get going here at historic Hicks Field. Steamers went down in order in the first. The 4, 5, 6 batters now coming up will be Joe Haney, Aaron Copeland, and Casey Hare. You mentioned in the open, Haney getting night off last night.
Fresh legs, even in baseball, Ray, very important. Fresh legs lead to long home runs.
First finish, Haney laying down a bunt. That one's going to stay fair, and he's going to get himself on base. How about that from your cleanup hitter?
Awesome stuff. I just love that perfectly placed bunt. I was talking about home runs. Haney said, now check this out. 5-tool player. Doesn't matter if you're the slowest player on the team, you're easily legging that out because that could not have been placed more perfectly down the third base line.
That's why you lay down bunts in batting practice.
Yeah, that's what now it clicks, Ray. Now I got it.
They'll bring up Aaron Copeland. First pitch to him, a skied down the right field line and foul. 0-1.
And as the leadoff hitter, that just shows high IQ out of the freshman Haney. Bashara, really solid in his first inning, has been solid against the Steamers for the most part. And so to kind of shake things up a little bit, and that just is a huge momentum boost for the Clams.
Brings up one of the hotter hitters on this Steamers team. Aaron Copeland hitting over 300 in the last 2 weeks. This bat has come back to life. Down the count 0-2 down. Bashar's pitch. He grounds this one. The shortstop that's going to kick off him, and everybody's safe. 2 on with nobody out for the Steamers.
Momentum, Ray. I'm telling you, that's got to be a piece of it. And now another bunt opportunity for Casey Hare, but need I remind everyone, Bashara, the one home run Casey Hare has this year, off the man on the mound right now in Vincent Bashara.
It'll be a nice time for him to get number 2.
Indeed.
2 on, nobody out. Casey Hare takes one, a 1-0. For Hare, he's hitting .241, a .422 on base percentage. That home run Adam mentioned, and 10 RBIs. Takes a strike, 1-1.
Home run or not, in this situation, Casey Hare has to get the runners over. Bashara, Dealin, any chance you have to get runs, you need to take advantage of that.
Casey Hare taking a time there. Reset, regain himself. Josh Pernetti on the on-deck circle. 1-1. Swinging and missing at that one in the dirt, 1-2.
You don't want to be swinging at that pitch any count, but especially with guys on like this. Casey Hare has to do anything he can right now to put the ball in play.
Shar's 1-2. Fouls that one back, keeps himself alive. Casey Hare in last night's game, 1 for 3. The pair of walks. Taking one outside, 2-2.
Good eye, Casey Hare there. Bashar's going to keep on working him away. It might be off speed, might be a changeup, might be a fastball, but it's going to be away.
And Hare takes this one to center field. Catch made on the track, and Haney's going to end up at third base. Runners on the corners now with one away.
Well, he did the job in a loud way. Very reminiscent. I had a little deja vu right there from Casey Hare's home run because that was the exact spot he hit it last time off Bashar, except just about 15 feet farther. Bashar missed his spot. Gives him a middle fastball on 2-2. Casey Hare, a couple more push-ups in the weight room, and it's a whole new ball game, but that gets the job done.
Weight room's up at, what, 8 o'clock?
Yeah, it's early. I don't blame him if he wants to sleep in.
I use that as my excuse for not going. This is Josh Pernetti, long foul ball, left field side, 0-1 to him.
Welcome back, Josh Pernetti, already with a barrel. Only problem in the bullpen.
He's hitting a .237, a .343 on base percentage, 6 home runs, 17 RBIs. He'll step out. Another one that'll be at the Home Run Derby tomorrow night at Tarboro.
Indeed, and Pernetti not the fastest kid on the team, so he's going to want to look to elevate something here.
And throw down to second base as Aaron Copeland had them totally fooled, given the look like he was going and just was not.
The fake master, Aaron Copeland, at it again. I'm surprised Haney didn't try and mess around and, I don't know, at least create a throw to the plate. He didn't have to necessarily go.
1-1 to Pernetti, fouled back, 1-2.
And now you still got the corners are in, or relatively in, and middle back, because Pernetti's not the fastest player on the team, so a lot of leeway for a double play here. But in this situation, with 2 strikes, you don't want to try and be too cute. Any ball in play should be what you're looking for Pernetti.
1-2, grounds this one off the glove of the pitcher. That should bring in Haney, and the throw to first in time to get Pernetti, but the job done. The Steamers take a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the second inning.
Manufacturing a run at its finest, Ray. Good job by Josh Pernetti. He's become so much better this year at handling 2 strikes like a champ and doing anything possible. That had a double play written all over it. Then Bashara had to ricochet it over to Crandall. And because of that, Steamers are on the board.
That'll bring up Jackson Hipp. A couple of days out of lineup for him. He's a designated hitter tonight. Hipp hitting a .247, a .309 on base percentage. Cuts at that one, 0-1. Copeland in scoring position. Cutting at that pitch in the dirt and away, 0-2.
And now Bashar can work with whatever he wants here. Kind of has hip. He's in the driver's seat at this at-bat. Hip in the booster seat right now.
0-2. Hip popping this one up in the air. Foul. First base side and the merchandise trailer. Bashara's 0-2. Copeland going. Grounded back to Bashara. He'll toss it on over to first, and that will do it for the second inning, but not before the Steamers bring a run home. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 left. We head to the third inning here at historic Hicks Field. The Knights coming to bat when we come back on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Top of the third inning. Steamers leading the Knights 1-0. After scoring 1 in the bottom half of the second, Miles Webb leading things off for the Knights. Webb, Thomas Crandall, and then Trent Hanshy, the 8-9 hitters, and then the top of the order for this Greenbrier team. The 0-1 from Dearman's also fouled, 0-2.
And Webb frustrated with himself. That's 2 fastballs now that are now missed opportunities. I'm surprised to see Copeland shaded towards left field. Webb late on those last 2 fastballs. Unless he got a sign that there might be a spinner coming.
0-2. Hitting the air, right field line, and foul. Bouncing right in front of the tarp.
In big games, Ray, if I'm out in center, you can't, maybe my eyesight's just bad, but you can't see really the signs that Jacob Bishrot would give for the pitch. So sometimes in big moments, I'll communicate with the shortstop to get the sign.
Foul tip into the glove. There's 1 away. Dearman strikes him out. He's started each of these 3 innings with a strikeout.
Yeah, location on point tonight, Clark Dearman. He is just pounding that outer half of the zone. The Knights have no answer. But
Dearman with 4 strikeouts now. Thomas Crandall coming to bat. Shortstop for this Knights team. Fouls 1 back. 0-1.
Knights antsy so far. I mean, how many first pitch swinging Knights have there been tonight? Plenty.
The 0-1. Side 1-1.
But going back, Ray, to Copeland out there in center field, sometimes, and I know he's, roommates with Chase Bruno, so I wouldn't be surprised if they have a little type of code for when off speed or when a fastball's coming.
1-1 in there, 1-2.
And that can be the reason why he's shaded a certain way or anything, any sort like that.
1-2, bounced it in there, 2-2, and he's just a smart player out there. We said it last night a couple times to the broadcast. He just kind of knows. He's got a good sense of what's coming. And as someone who pitches himself, he probably can envision himself in the mind of Clark Dearman, even if he's not getting fed every single pitch. 2-2, Crandall, not sure whether he wanted it, but commits enough to it. He is struck out. There are 2 away.
Well, if Clark Dearman keeps pitching like this, Aaron Copeland can take a seat out there and pick dandelions, as I would do out there, because it's not going to matter. Clark Dearman, the ball has not even left the bat this inning.
Bringing up Trent Hanchy, struck out his first time up. 1-0 to him, and he's been a thorn in the Steamer side all season.
Yeah, Trent Hanchy has had a great season for the Knights, but especially against the Steamers. Check this out, Ray. He's hitting .362, on base .479, so already impressive. But his average against the Steamers, .444. So when the lights shine brightest at Historic Hicks, Trent Hanchy is also shining equally as bright.
That's just crazy. That's the numbers he's been able to put up. It was one of those where it just felt right going through those numbers. It was like, yeah, that seems just about how well he's played. But just to hear it out loud is incredible.
I was going to double check my math, but I didn't really even have to because it just perfectly makes sense. And he's got a hit in every single game against the Steamers except for 2 this season.
Wow.
And one of those being game 1 at Greenbrier, so at Hicks especially.
Just one in there, 3-2. And for those of you at home, this is game 13 between these 2 teams. So he has gotten a hit in 10 of 12.
Yeah, and what really struck me was the 3-run home run in game 2. Really put a lull in the crowd.
Rounds this one up middle. Casey Hare, that one's going to fall out of his glove, and Hanchy is on first. 2 out base runner for the Knights.
Well, tough play for Hare, but I'm not sure even if he fielded that cleanly, he was going to be able to get Hanchy. Hanchy, also known for his speed. Hunter Cole-esque, if I do say so myself.
I'll bring up Max Lucas, and for those scoring at home, they're giving him credit for an error. So that will not increase Hanchy's impressive stretch of hits against the Steamers. Dearman's first pitch, cut on and missed. 0-1 to Lucas, who popped out in the first.
Well, yeah, and just like Joe Haney knows how to kind of break up a pitcher's rhythm, Hanchy, another one of those guys. Doesn't matter the count, he can just fight. And wasn't well struck from Hanchy, but just enough to get a hit, uses his speed. That's what separates good ball players from great ball players at the college level.
Dearman giving a look over to Hanchy and his 1-1. 1-2 now. Knights bats a little uncertain going up to the plate against Dearman. Left-hander from Presbyterian, 1 strike away from getting himself out of the third. His pitch, foul tip off of the glove. We'll do it all over again.
Got to squeeze it if you're Bisharat. Almost there. It can be tough on a pitcher when you make a good pitch and you're that close and it just tips off the catcher's glove.
Dearman's 1-2. This one fouled off, and now we're getting back to the conversation you had with Dearman last week about bearing down when a hitter keeps fouling pitches off.
Yeah, I was about to say, he didn't have to worry about that problem in the first inning, and especially at the beginning of this one. But Lucas doing a good job. At the top of the order, these Knights know a little bit of a better deal on how to work the count. So it's up to Clark Dearman's mentality. But if there's anyone on the team that can channel nerves or frustration, it's Dearman.
It's going over to first. Keeping Hanchy close.
Yeah, I like that from Dearman. Need to at least tell Hanchy, I'm still here. You got to pay attention to me at least. And he can't just go on first move.
1-2, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Doesn't matter anyways in that case. He's able to get himself out of this inning. He strikes out 3 in the inning. He's up to 6 strikeouts now. No runs, no hits, 1 left as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning here at Historic Kicks Field. Clams getting a chance to bat when we come back on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Bottom of the 3rd inning on tap here before we get back to baseball. The new 2021 Edenton Steamers merchandise has arrived. There are plenty of ways for you to pick up your new Steamers gear. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and place an order. Stop by Sound Feet Shoes of Edenton or head to the merchandise store located behind the first base dugout at Historic Kicks Field. Thank you for your support and repping your Steamers gear. Jacob Bishrot getting his first chance to bat in this game. It's the 9-hitter and then the top of the order. Bruno and Cole awaiting after Bisharat.
And so for Bisharat, I talked to him after last night's game, a little concerned about where his swing was at. He felt like his barrel path was wrong in the sense where he was roll over a little too much toward the shortstop third base area. And I said, hey, just watch Case Kermode. Watch how his barrel path goes towards that Bud Light sign. And he's like, yeah, that's the guy I really want to focus on. And as you can see there, it's a much better barrel path. Just missed that one, however.
Popping up into shallow right field. Colt Snow coming on and makes the grab. And there is 1 away.
But that approach right there for Bisharat is much better, and he'll start to really get it. It's a feel type thing. It really starts in BP with just driving the ball that way and fixing barrel path in a way, because he's a big, strong kid, and he definitely can fix it. It's just sometimes sort of feels can deceive you, and old habits can creep back in. And it's really nice to see him work towards that in the game and during BP.
Chase Bruno taking a strike 0-1 to him. Struck out his first time up. Mentioned he's hitting .375 over the last 2 weeks of the season. Over the entire season, he's up to .269. A .394 on base percentage. 1-1. Missing outside 2-1. He's hit 2 home runs and driven in 12. The 2-1. Skies this one, right field line, and going towards foul territory. Cold Snow hustling over towards the line and just bounces in to the bullpen of Greenbrier.
And Ray, one of those home runs, the second one for Bruno this season, the most odd way a leadoff hitter can find a home run. A pinch hit home run in the 9th. You don't see that out of a leadoff hitter every day.
Against this Greenbrier team. 2-2 up and in, 3-2. Originally tonight it looks like the wind had been blowing in. Now, judging by the flag out there in left center, it's simmered just a bit. Full count pitch to Bruno. Swing and miss at that one. Ball in dirt. He is tagged out, and there are 2 away.
You just got to tip your cap to Bashar. A hard slider. Perfectly located. Starts in the zone and just buckles away from you toward your ankles.
Hunter Cole getting a chance to bat. Popped out. Last go around. Shar's first pitch, cut on and missed. 0-1. The 0-1. And there 0-2 quickly. Cole on the season, a 3.37 average, 449 on base percentage, 7 home runs, 24 RBIs. Leading the team in all those categories. He swings and misses at that one. Ball dropping out of the catcher's glove, and the out is finished off at first base. A pair of strikeouts for Bashara to conclude that third inning. Steamers go down 1-2-3. Still lead it by a run as we head to the fourth inning here at historic Hicks Field. Knights coming up to bat when we come back on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Jose Cazorla leading things off for the Greenbrier Knights. We get the fourth inning started. It's the heart of the order. 3, 4, 5. Cazorla, Warren Bailey, and N.J. Hong due up. Clark Dearman starting his fourth inning of action. His pitch to Cazorla is fouled off 0-1.
And Cazorla going against Jordan Daphne in the home run derby for round 1. But I tell you what, in round 2, I think a lot of people are expecting a Case Kermode, Jose Cazorla semifinals in the home run derby. That should be exciting. 2 big right-handers, definitely the front runners in their respective bracket.
Get your popcorn out. You're going to want to sit around and watch that one. One from Dearman. Cazorla skies this one. Right center. Hunter Cole coming on and makes the catch, and there is one away.
Well, speaking of home runs, however, maybe an elevator shaft, as they say in the movie 42. Just missing that one for Cazorla.
Warren Bailey struck out his first time up, now getting a chance to bat. Ground ball for Bailey. Dearman making the play, fielding his position, and tossing over to first. There are 2 away.
Think fast, Clark Dearman. No problem with that one. That's another bullet back to the pitcher. We saw that with Bashar, and we see it with Clark Dearman. No mercy for the pitchers tonight. Last night, 5 hitters in a row were hit by a pitch for the Steamers. Now, the pitcher is in danger. I mean, I don't know what late July says about balls, projectile flying at everyone, but I guess that's the case here in Edenton.
And Jay Hong taking a strike, 0-1. We do have our trivia question for you. Dearman's working so quickly. He's trying to get us through the fourth inning without us getting a trivia question. Steamers scored 20 runs last night for the first time this season. As this one ground over to shortstop, Bruno. That one is going to kick off him and into left field. Hong, a wide turnaround first. He will head on back. A 2-out base runner on the error from Bruno.
And a tough play for Bruno, a rare error for Chase Bruno. Would have been a tough play, but the way Bruno's been playing, you expect him to make that play. But Clark Dearman's been working so quickly this inning anyways. Very easily could not matter. But Cold Snow, one to be known to disrupt those plans.
Cold Snow up to bat now, lined out his first go-around to Bruno. Dearman's first pitch, low 1-0. So our question for you, the Steamers scored 20 runs for the first time this season last night. How many times last year did the Steamers score 20 runs in a game? A little nod to the offensive powerhouse that was last year's Steamers team.
And we're disabling all of your game changer accounts. So you're really going to have to think for this one.
You really gave him where to go.
I never said that.
Yeah, all right.
If you heard that, no, you didn't.
Three-0 now to Cold Snow. And Jae Hong stole a base last time on. He walked in his second, stole that base. Now on due to an error. 3-0 fouled back. 3-1 swinging on 3-0.
Not surprised to see Cold Snow swinging there. With the way Clark Dearman's working, you just want to run up his pitch count in any way, shape, or form. But that ball was down the middle, wheelhouse for Cold Snow. So I'll applaud him for taking a hack there.
And now Hong caught between first and second. Bruno going to run right down. Now Pernetti coming at him. And he's going to try and make tag on his own. Now he's giving it to Hare instead. And Hare will place the tag and get the Steamers out of the inning. Zach Cold Snow caught in the middle of his at-bat because NJ Hong caught in between the middle of first and second to end this inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left. The Steamers up 1-0 as they come to bat when we come back for the bottom of the fourth inning on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Bottom of the fourth inning, Steamers coming to bat in just a second. Before we get back to baseball, every year the Steamers are proud to have the opportunity to raise money for the Jim Catfish Hunter ALS Foundation on Saturday, July 24th. That's this Saturday. The Steamers will wear special themed jerseys that will be auctioned off during the game. Proceeds will go towards the fight to strike out ALS. Catfish Hunter is an MLB Hall of Fame pitcher that lived just 20 minutes from historic Hicks Field. Unfortunately, he lost his battle with ALS over 20 years ago. The Steamers will continue to carry on his legacy and do their part to strike out ALS. We thank you for your support of this great cause. The heart of the Steamers order coming up right now. Shara's first pitch to Case Kermode's in there for a strike, 0-1. It's Kermode, Haney, and Copeland. And Adam, we'd like to take our viewers back to the end of the top of the fourth inning and a great play from Clark Dearman on the mound.
Yeah, what you saw there from Clark Dearman is very advanced stuff. So Hong got a bag against Clark Dearman the first time he got on base, and he stole late in the count. Second time around, and keep in mind, Clark Dearman didn't show him one single move to Hong at all. Didn't even show a move to Hong early in the count to Cold Snow the second time around. As a result, Hong's like, man, I got this all to myself. Clark's not going to move. I'm just going to go first movement, which is when right as Clark lifts his leg, Hong would go. And since by doing that, Clark knew Hong was going to try and pick up on that a second time. So waits till late in the count, times it perfectly, and boom, Hong gets doubled up. And a great job on the rundown as well. Those are more tough than you think. Pernetti, not the fastest guy. He knew he couldn't win the race against Hong, so waited to the last second to flip it to Casey Hare, where Hong couldn't turn around and easy tag.
2-2. Kermode taking it down the line. That ball is foul.
Might have saw another triple, Ray. Great swing by Kermode. That's what I'm talking about barrel path towards the opposite field and power to the opposite field. I mean, he laced that ball. He's huffing and puffing. You can see it in his face. Man, that was close.
And I do have a feeling you're right. I think we would have ended up seeing him come all the way around to third base had that one gotten down. That was had its sights set on the right field corner, and he was hustling out of the box.
Yeah, it was spinning too. So once it hit the ground, it tucked back behind kind of the bullpen area there. So it was well on its way to being difficult.
Kermode going to ground this one to second base. Fielded cleanly to throw to first in time, and there is one away.
Still a nice swing by Kermode. Bashar is just locating so well. It's really hard to stay on balance if you're the hitter, especially with 2 strikes. And barrels are hard to come by with this guy, Bashar. That's why this guy, Joe Haney, said, hey, I'll get a barrel, except it's only going to go 5 feet.
Did a good job laying down a bunt his first time up and coming around to score, kick-starting a second inning that gave the Steamers the lead. He takes a strike here, 0-1. You could see third base coming up a couple of steps. Carter Johnson coming up at the beginning of that pitch on the last one, not right now, still playing even with the bag.
Yeah, still plenty of room for Haney wanted to try that again. But this is summer ball. We're here to hit.
Yes, we are here to hit, and
But
Joe
still,
Haney can certainly do so.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'm a happy man tonight, Ray. I've seen a lot of really good IQ tonight from the Steamers with Clark on that pickoff move and Haney disrupting Bashar's rhythm and laying down a bunt. That just stuff puts a smile on my face.
2 missing just outside, 1-2. Haney, the sole hit for the Steamers so far. Fouls that one off to stay alive.
That slider Bashar has got, I'm not sure what's with it tonight, if it's got some spitball in it or something like that, because they've been fouling it off. Kermode on that one, or at least a ground ball up the middle, and Haney fouling that off. But the Steamers have just looked off balance, and if you were to try and tip them over by pushing them, they would fall over because they just have been off balance.
1-2 grounded over towards second base. Fielded clean. The toss in time. 2 down now.
Yeah, once again, that slider, it's just really hard to make hard contact off it. It looks almost identical to Bashar's fastball, so it's really tough to adjust with such little time. We're talking milliseconds.
Aaron Copeland got on an error over at shortstop in the second inning. Was stranded at second in the second. Bashar's first pitch to him. Inside, 1-0.
Not too inside there. The Steamer fans are pretty serious about that, but Cope, reminder, on top of that plate. His toes are on that white line of the batter's box.
Fouls to 1-0, 1-1. Given the way some people look back and the noise made, that hit something. I don't know what it hit. Your car parked back there on that road?
Absolutely not.
All right, well, you're safe, as am I. But for whomever that might be, tough night for them. 1-1. This one also fouled. The right field side. And on the netting above the concession stand.
Yeah, and Copeland, that pitch a little out of the zone. Bashar is hitting his spots. Copeland's got to lay off that one. Then that gives Bashar breathing room to work with even more off the plate. And Ray, I'm expecting another one of those devastating sliders here.
Down 1-2, keeping himself alive with the foul ball. Shara still a strike away from a 1-2-3 inning. His pitch outside. Copeland, a good take there. And Bashara, since Copeland reached on the air, has retired 8 straight steamers. It's 2-2. Foul back.
Quite the fight from Aaron Copeland right now.
Two. Copeland, a swing and a miss. He is struck out. A 1-2-3 inning for Bashara. We are an hour into this game and through 4 innings. Pitchers duel on its way here at historic Hicks Field. We'll come back with the 5th inning and the Knights coming to bat on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Top of the 5th inning here at historic Hicks Field before we get back to baseball. The Edenton Steamers are the greatest show in town, and how can we make that any better? Throw in some fireworks. We have one more fireworks show scheduled for this summer. You can catch it on Wednesday, July 28th. That's Wednesday, July 28th. Mark your calendars, and we will see you at the ballpark. For the Knights, it is Zach Coldsnow. Getting a chance to come back to bat. He's in the midst of an A-B last inning, and NJ Hong was caught between first and second to end that inning. 0-1 to him.
Well, quite unfortunate for Coldsnow. He had himself a 3-1 count. Now he has to deal with a 0-1 count.
Looking behind 0-2. Be Coldsnow, Johnson, and Webb. 6, 7, 8 due up for the Knights. And I mentioned in that fireworks ad, July 28th, the fireworks show on that night. If that feels like a close date, it's because it is. The end of the regular season is ever so close.
Time flies when you're having fun, Ray.
Time does fly when you're having fun. It also means that we are close to the end of this season in terms of the playoff race in this division, as Coldsnow grounds this one slowly over to shortstop. Bruno's got his throw to first is offline. Giving credit for a hit there for Coldsnow. A tough play for Bruno. That is the first hit of tonight's game for the Knights.
Coldsnow battling. Had an unfortunate circumstance in having to work with an 0-2 count rather than a 3-1 count, but hits it so softly and perfectly bounced over the tall Clark Dearman's head. Sometimes the baseball guys will just get you like that. But almost time to dance, Ray. Almost playoff time.
Almost time to dance. Carter Johnson at bat. So with tonight's game, the Steamers coming to this one. Johnson laying down a bunt. Haney quickly to it. That one coming out of his hands. 2 on with nobody out. As he just fumbles with it.
Well, if you can give it, Ray, you got to be able to take it. Haney bunting that exact same spot and couldn't quite make the play there. Bunted hard enough at Haney, he would have been able to get the runner out at first, but just a little bobble, and now Clark Dearman's got himself his first little bit of adversity tonight.
Third error of this game for the Steamers. Another tough night defensively so far. We will get to the postseason talk as Brett Folk goes out to take a mound visit Steamers 2.5 out of first place. Tarborough's magic number right now at 3. A win tonight for the Steamers moves them just 2 back. Tarborough's magic number will remain at 3. A loss tonight for the Steamers pushes them 3 back. Tarborough's magic number moves to 2, and then they're in position to clinch over the weekend. The way the rest of the schedule works out, if the Steamers go 5-0 in these last 5, they will win the division. If they go 4-1, it depends on who they lose to. 2-0 against Tarboro and 2-1 versus Greenbrier in the last 5 for that 4-1 record. They would need a Greenbrier split with Tarboro on Sunday in doubleheader. If they don't get that split, Tarboro would end up winning the division. If they go 1-1 against Tarboro, 3-0 against Greenbrier, you need a Greenbrier sweep on Sunday, and likely a little bit more help with the Twins and Tarboro next Wednesday. If there's no Greenbrier sweep on Sunday, if you lose one of the next 2 against Tarboro, Tarboro wins the division. So Tarboro definitely in the driver's seat at this point with their 2.5 game lead with 5 left, but a lot of scenarios exist where the Steamers can still win the division.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Tarboro may be in the driver's seat, but Edenton is not in the booster seat. They're maybe in the back seat, but not the booster seat. They definitely can still pull it off. And simply put, if the Steamers do not go undefeated the rest of the way out, Steamer fans will also have to become Greenbrier Knight fans on their in their spare time.
Yes. Not right now, as Miles Webb heading count 2-1 is Dearman behind. His 2-1 swing and a miss, throw down to third as the runner went. He is safe and gets Johnson to follow him a little bit later. Cold Snow in at third and just 90 feet away.
I think that caught Jacob Bishrot off guard a little bit there. A little double clutch. Throw was a half a second late. Right on the money, but the Greenbrier Knights, give them credit. They've been able to run on Clark Dearman besides MJ Hong that one time.
2-2 ground to shortstop. A run will score. Bruno's throw in time. There's 1 out, and the game is all knotted up at 1.
That's not too bad in this situation. You get guys on second and third with no outs. If you're able to come out of this with only 1 run given up, I'd say that's a success for the Steamers. Their bats known to come alive when Bashara gets taken out or when Bashara works deep into the game, as we saw when Casey Hare took him yard on fireworks night on July 4th night.
Thomas Crandall swinging and missing 0-1. For him, he struck out in the third.
Now, Ray, Thomas Crandall right here, huge. Because if he gets on and Hanshe's up with 2 on and 1 out, this could become a different ballgame.
We mentioned in the open, Dearman's best start of the season game against this Knights team. 5 innings, striking out 6, and allowing just 2 earned. Right now, he's having himself a similar go of it. Had 1-2 down to Crandall.
He got a little help from Jacob Bishrot right there. A great frame, making that outside pitch look like across some white.
1-2. Loses the bat, pops it in the air. Both land in foul territory.
What is with people losing bats? It's all over the place.
We've seen quite a bit of it at historic Hicksfield. I don't know if they're not letting Pine Tar through the door or what the deal is.
Well, you know, they banned spider tack or whatever that is for pitchers, but I didn't know they banned it for batters in the Premier Collegiate League.
A lot of guys just not having the handle on the bat this season. 1-2 from Dearman. He swings and misses that one. He is struck out. 2 down. Turn over the top of the order now for the Knights.
Big strikeout for Clark Dearman.
Seven strikeouts for Dearman now.
Those cleats seem to fit pretty nicely so far.
Hanchey has struck out and reached on error. Takes the first pitch for a strike, 0-1.
It's like the PF Flyers in the Sandlot. Benny the Jet could run faster, jump higher. Clark Dearman maybe throw harder, locate better. Same principle.
Same principle. 0-1. Swung ground over to second base. Hare fielding it cleanly. His throw to first in time, and that will do it for the inning, but not before the Knights put one on the scoreboard. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 left. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Clams coming to bat when we come back on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Bottom of the 5th inning. Before we get back to baseball, the Steamers are proud to announce that Venture Tours is the official travel partner of the team for the 2021 season. Venture Tours is a family-owned business specializing in motor coach transportation. The owners have been in the motor coach industry for more than 40 years. A mixture of hard work and family legacy helped to create Venture Tours Incorporated, one of the most successful motor coach companies in Hampton Roads, coastal Virginia. If you're interested in traveling with Venture Tours, give them a call at 757-494-1480 or visit venturebustours.com. Vince Bashara still on the mound. Casey Hare at bat. As the 6, 7, 8 hitters due up for the Steamers. Hare taking the ball 1-0. Adam Fine still in the booth. Myself, Ray Dunn, still here with you, taking you through Clams baseball.
I don't have anywhere else to be, Ray.
That's great to hear. We'd like you here. 1-1. Now to Hare.
So we have some insider information on Casey Hare now. His walk-up song changed once again, courtesy of his host dad, Tommy Bass, also known as our PA guy. His daughter, Anna, picked, and his girlfriend picked. They both, converged together, had a meeting, and decided on a new walk-up song to loosen Casey up a little bit. Seemed to work. He smoked that one last time.
Whatever works. Whatever gives you the vibe to play well. As Casey Hare fouls that one off, keeping it 1-2.
Listen, Ray, it's only weird if it doesn't work.
That's true. Like my semi-Cracker Jacks addiction at the beginning of this season.
You like to hide the fact that you're addicted to Cracker Jacks and the fact that the Steamers win when you eat them.
10-2. The 1-2 to Hare is bouncing in. It's now 2-2. But yes, if we're looking at the season for the Steamers, 10-2, 1-8 Cracker Jacks, 8-12 without them.
Do you think that counts as an official stat, maybe for like next year?
I'll put it in the game notes tomorrow. 2-2 inside, 3-2. I have to thank Chad Baumgartner, Tyrus Baumgartner's dad, for supplying me with the Cracker Jacks on Saturday in Wilmington. 3-2 to Casey Hare. Sends this one to left center field. Catch made, one away.
Works a quality up bat there, but just misses that one. Similar pitch to the one he blasted to center, but just a half a second later.
Josh Pernetti up to bat, grounded out his last time up. First pitch to him low, 1-0. Pernetti grounded one back to Bashara, picked off of his glove and went out to the shortstop, and that allowed Joe Haney to come home for the 1 run the Steamers have scored so far.
Yeah, he's in the home run derby, but he can also find ways to put balls in play and make things happen for RBIs in the other way.
The 2-0. Cut on and missed, 2-1.
And you can tell Pernetti wanted that one. He has a little bat tilt before he goes. As you can see, it moves forward towards the Steamer dugout. And that time, that bat tilt was, I don't know, a little bit more than it usually is. He was looking to go yard there.
2-1, bounced in 3-1. You mentioned he's in the home run derby, an all-star as well. It's Martin at Tarboro. I'll remind you one more time about your all-stars from the Steamers: Hunter Cole, Casey Hare, Case Kermode, Daniel Willie, Jared Davis, Blake Gibson, Joe Haney, Josh Pernetti, Chase Bruno, and Cole Bates. All will be in Tarboro as Pernetti takes this one the other way for a base hit. 1 out base runner for the Steamers, and that'll bring up Jackson Hipp.
And a great swing by Pernetti, but a weird bat flip there towards the middle of the field. Never seen anyone pimp a single before, a backside single at that. But, I mean, hey, we'll let Pernetti do what he's got to do. Brashara is kind of looking at him like, what in the world was that? But Pernetti's probably saying, hey, it was a good swing.
It's a good piece of hitting.
Good piece of hitting. What can I say?
Jackson Hipp ground out his first time up. He grounds this one over to second base. A chance for 2. There's one to throw over in the dirt. Dug out, a double play. And that will do it for the 5th inning. A nice play over there at first. Sets the Steamers down. Game still not up at 1. A hit, no runs, nobody left. We head to the 6th on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Top of the 6th inning here at historic Hicks Field. Before we get back to baseball, well, fans, summer's starting and you know what that means. Graduation parties and cookout season. Bill Gardner's Biggs Party Tent is the perfect place to host your next get-together. Schedule a picnic before the game for your next birthday bash, graduation gathering, or business rendezvous. It's the classic choice for family summer fun. Call the office at 482-4080 for more details. Thank you to Bill Gardner and Biggs Cadillac Buick GMC for their support of the Steamers and sponsoring our newest addition to historic Hicks Field. Clark Dearman back on the mound. Knights back at bat. Max Lucas, Jose Cazorla, and Warren Bailey due up 2, 3, 4 in the Knights order. Lucas swinging and missing, 0-1.
Well, when talking pitch counts, Ray, great job tonight by both starters. Clark Dearman understanding the situation with needing all the bullpen arms they can get when it comes to Tarboro. So he's putting the team on his back in that sense and doing a great job.
So it will be interesting who is at Marshall McDonald's disposal later on. 1-1 in there, 1-2. 1-2, bounced, foul.
Some indecisive swings from Lucas here.
We got a lot of Knights out here. They got swords all over the place.
Fantastic play on words, Ray.
Appreciate that.
That should go in the Hall of Fame. The Dad Joke Hall of Fame.
Sign me up.
Ray Dunn.
Class of 2021. They probably are inducted for this year, so I'll be class of 2022.
You're like, it's the Ray Dunn Hall of Fame. It's named after you.
Oh, okay. 2-2. This one grounded. Haney gonna cut that one off and throw across. A good play from him. Sets down the first for the Knights in this inning, 1 out. A pair of flyouts prior for Jose Cazorla, his third chance at bat. Dearman's first pitch to him. Low, 1-0.
And Clark Dearman's got to work away with Cazorla. You never know, one swing can change the complexion of all things here in Edenton.
Cazorla taking this one to right center field. Copeland out there hustling quickly, and he's up to it fast. His throw in is just off the base and would have had Cazorla with a throw on the money. That's an arm from Aaron Copeland.
Yeah, had me on the edge of my seat. I mean, a crazy swim move there by Cazorla. Michael Phelps, like, had to, usually they say slide to the right side of the bag at second. But when Bruno had to already adjust to that side, Cazorla had to turn his body, slide to the left side, overslid the base to get out of the way of Bruno. And at the last second, they both dive. And Bruno just coming up a little short there, but all the credit to Cazorla. He deserves to be on second after that gapper.
He barreled that one up. First pitch from Dearman is inside here, 1-0. This is Jordan Daddio up to bat. Warren Bailey no longer in this game. Daddio, another one of the catchers on this night's lineup. The ball bouncing, and Cazorla thought about it and thought better. 2-0.
And Tyrus Bumgarner likes to be loud in the way of jokes, but in that situation you heard feet, feet, feet to give Bisharad an idea of where the ball was and keeps Cazorla there on second base.
Healthy hack, 2-1. Dearman giving a couple of glances back towards second. So taking a step back. And the 2-1 in there, 2-2.
Caught the inside corner there. I think if that was against Edenton, you'd hear a little bit of chatter from their dugout.
2-2, a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and there's 2 away.
Yeah, whenever Clark Dearman needs to get a strikeout, he will. Daddio could have moved Cazorla over to third, and Dearman had other plans.
That's 8 strikeouts through 5 2/3 so far for Dearman. NJ Hong coming to bat, and Hong has been on both times. He's walked, he's reached on an error, stolen base, and he was caught between first and second each time up.
Yeah, very Jake Rice-esque by Clark Dearman on the mound. And we got, speaking of Jake Rice, oh wow, it's like I just ran myself into that one. Check it out tomorrow on the Edenton Steamers website. A little piece on Jake Rice's journey from Edenton and Presbyterian to the Arizona Diamondbacks and how his draft story went, and basically the story of Jake Rice's life, and a little touch on his Edenton experience as well, because he was definitely famous down here for his ability on the mound.
He certainly was.
So keep your eyes peeled.
Yes, that's a great story that comes from you this week. It's a pitching theme this week. We caught up with Chris Bassett earlier in the week. The story on his all-star nod, now a draft story from Adam on Jake Rice, and I've read it, so I can attest already. It's some good stuff. Dearman's 1-2, up and away, 2-2.
And you didn't even know him, so it gives you a good idea of what he was like and all that type of stuff.
Walked away from the story and thought I could just go through my contacts and call up Jake Rice. Got him know so well, it's like he was an old friend.
Appreciate it, Ray.
The 2-2 from Dearman, a swing and a miss. He struck him out. And that's 9 strikeouts now for the left-hander from Presbyterian. The Knights threaten a double from Jose Cazorla, put a runner in scoring position with 1 out. Dearman comes back and strikes out back-to-back batters. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Clams coming to bat when we come back on the Steamers YouTube channel. Orion DeBrace now on the mound for the Greenbrier Knights as Jacob Bisharat steps in, the 9-hitter in the Steamers order. And then the top of the order due up in this inning, Bruno and Cole. Await. Brace's first pitch, grounded. Third base, fielded cleanly. The throw across from Johnson in the dirt and coming off the glove of Hong over there at first base. Bisharat in. Leadoff man aboard.
Well, the story of tonight's game, somewhat errors. And it especially hurts when it's the first batter of the inning. And it hurts even more when it's the 9-hole hitter. And now you have to face Sahat Chase Bruno. And then Mr. Edenton himself, Hunter Cole. This could turn around to be a crucial error for the Knights.
For DeBrace so far this season, he's pitched 12 2/3 innings, 9 appearances, 2 of them starts, a 1-1 record, a 7.11 ERA. Struck out 14 batters.
He had the bar in his leg. He would have got it right on.
Bruno, so far, pair of strikeouts. First pitch, skied, foul, right field side. Bounced on the netting over near the beer garden. The 1-1. Up and in, 2-1.
Lost the grip of that one, Ray.
Rare night where the 1, 2, 3 hitters in the Steamers order have yet to get on base 2 times through the order.
That's why we play 9 innings, Ray.
Throw over. Bisharat back with the dive.
And Bruno always stays present, always stays focused. Doesn't matter if he's 0 for 4, 4 for 4. That fifth at bat will be an independent result of what happened in the past.
2-1 to him, up and in, 3-1.
And the way this inning is going, if you're Chase Bruno, you're being very, very selective. Only swinging if it's right in your wheelhouse.
Shar left after 5 innings pitched. Only 1 run scoring on him and 2 hits. This one ground to second, a chance for 2. Tag applied to Bishrot, throw to first, not in time. 1 on with 1 out now. Bruno over at first base.
A smart play by Lucas over there at second base to tag Bishrot there. Bishrot's got some size on him, so I got to tip my cap to Lucas for not being scared he's going to get run over. But if he had to went to second base to Crandall, then it would have been no play over there at first for Bruno.
Hunter Cole so far popped out and struck out. First pitch to him, up and away, 1-0. Each team only with 2 hits, a run apiece.
The pitchers, I mean, they've done their job tonight.
A throw over, and he got him at first base. Bruno is picked off.
Yeah, it's just a tough mental lapse there. Good move by DeBress, but didn't quite. Bruno, too much of a lead, it looks like.
Also appeared to be leaning as that one came to him, just not ready to go. And now 2-0 count to Hunter Cole with nobody on and 2 outs.
Yeah, and it's especially tough when Hunter Cole is the hitter. It's looking to hit you in or any type of situation with Hunter Cole up.
Fouls the 2-0 back, 2-1. Brace is 2-1. Foul back once again, 2-2. Kind of feel the deflation of energy in the ballpark after starting inning off, trying to capitalize on one of their mistakes, putting a runner on, and now quickly 2 away and nobody on. Braces 2-2, foul back.
Good at bat here for Hunter Cole. Got to be able to protect that outer half of the plate.
The 2-2. In there. Called, third strike. Cole knew it. And he is set down. Steamers only send 3 to the dish in this inning. Very eventful one at that. Game still knotted up at 1 as we head to the 7th inning here at historic Kicks Field on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Clark Dearman back on the mound for the seventh inning now. Before we get back to baseball, Venture Tours is excited to announce the return of their Atlantic City Casino day trips. You're going to break your piggy bank to visit Atlantic City for the day. Tickets are $85. You must be 21 years or older to participate. The trip includes $35 in free slot play at Resorts Casino. These Saturday trips offer exciting escort trips you can ride in comfort and luxury. If you're interested in traveling with Venture Tours, give them a call at 757-494-1480 or visit venturebustours.com. Venture Tours, the official travel partner of the Steamers for the 2021 season. Clark Dearman will face the 6, 7, 8 portion of the Knights lineup. Zach Coldsnow, Carter Johnson, and Miles Webb. His first pitch to Coldsnow. The outside 1-0.
That Clark Dearman's 92nd pitch tonight. So it's probably going to be his last inning, unless it goes splendid.
That's a good way to keep yourself in it. You get a swing and miss like that, 1-1.
Exactly. If it's another 4-minute inning, like he pulled off earlier in this game, he might be able to go for the 8th. But you see Ben Kaufman warming up right now. Wouldn't be surprised if he would come in the 8th.
1 kind of miss, 1 and 2. Coldsnow has lined out and singled. 1 for 2.
One of the 2 hits tonight for the Knights. One of the 4 hits total in the game for both teams.
1, 2, up and away, 2 and 2. If you like good pitching, you like tonight.
If you like good pitching, you might have left early last night.
Yes. 2-2. One popped into the air. Right field, Hunter Cole coming on now, making the grab, and there is 1 away.
Nice job, Hunter Cole. Heard a fan say, good job, right field. I'm pretty surprised how he doesn't know Hunter Cole's name yet. But
maybe he saw the roster on Twitter, or the lineup on Twitter, which had Jackson Hipp in right field. Maybe he's thinking, that doesn't look like Jackson Hipp out there. Who could that be out there? We'll give him some credit.
all right, fair enough. We had some late changes.
Yeah.
Bear with us.
Very late changes to the lineup today. Dearman's first pitch in there, 0-1.
A strong banger curveball right there. We call that the top door. There's the front door and the back door, and then the top door when it starts at the helmet and finds the zone.
This one fouled. This might be taking out some of his teammates.
And we see 2 Knights hugging out there in the dugout. I think they were a little scared.
As long as you have your friends with you, you'll
Yeah,
be
exactly.
okay.
As long as we're going to die together.
0-2, Jacob Jackson pinch hitting for Carter Johnson. 1 and 2 to him now. Johnson had struck out looking and reached on an error. His replacement now has a 2-2 count. Dearman's 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Strikeout number 10 for Dearman, and there's 2 away in the 7th.
Double digits. Well, this inning's going to plan for Hunter. Once again, Hunter Cole and Clark Dearman. I'm mixing them up. Excuse me. Clark Dearman.
It's just the 2 best friends anyone can have.
They're always hanging out together in the locker room, off the field, so that's my excuse.
Yeah,
Lay off
I'll
me a
take
little
it.
bit.
I'll
All right.
accept it. Miles Webb takes ball to start this AB. He has struck out and grounded out. 1-0 to him. Up and away, 2-0.
And you can see Clark Dearman showing a little frustration there. He knows it's his last chance, and if he walks the hitter here, they might have to call to the pen as Marshall McDonald sends a tribute out there.
2-0 is cut on and missed, 2-1. And Webb is the 8th hitter in this lineup. Juan Lugo is in the on-deck circle, so I assume he's entering the game for Thomas Crandall. 2-1, fouled, 2-2, first base side.
The baseball gods are in his favor here. That was the 2-0 in the dirt, swung on and missed. Rare you see that, and then that pitch closer, but still probably not in the zone, and so now he's got to work with another 2-2 count.
Dearman's pitch up and away, 3-2.
This is it right here, bear down.
Take his own advice. They gave on the broadcast last week. His 3-2, outside, ball 4. The runner on with 2 outs. And it looks like they will let him finish out bottom of the order at least. Juan Lugo, the pinch hitter, coming to bat. Marshall McDonald is riding down there right now. Might see a slew of changes. Who knows what the next inning will bring. Steamers looking for some firepower offensively. Runner goes on the first pitch, and Lugo sends this one in the air to left field. Bruno backing up and making the grab. Just backpedaling all the way towards left field. Case Kermode letting him have it. And that will do it for the inning. No runs, no hits, 1 left. The Steamers get a chance to bat when we come back on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Bottom of the 7th inning. Part of the Steamers order coming to bat. Orion DeBray still on the mound for the Knights. It's Case Kermode, Joe Haney, and Aaron Copeland getting a chance to bat. Before we get to the hitters, though, how about Clark Dearman? 7 innings. He struck out 10, only allowing 1 run, 2 hits. Adam, tell us about it.
Well, the first thing I'm going to tell you about is those cleats. You're going to see those the rest of this season. But his location was on point tonight. Best I've ever seen it this season. He established the outer half, and his curveball was in there for strikes more times than not. And that just led to the Greenbrier Knights were very off balance. They just you couldn't sit a pitch. You couldn't sit a location because Clark Dearman knew where he was going with it and was mixing up the zones. Just textbook.
Big game pitcher right there. Bringing his best stuff when the Steamers need it in this playoff chase. The 1-0 to Kermo, checks his swing and fouls it off, 1-1. And we do have to bring you the trivia question answer from earlier. Question was, last night, first time the Steamers scored 20 runs. How many times did they do that last season? Give me a second to think as Kermo takes the strike, 1 and 2. And the right answer is in the comments. We've seen a number of guesses. Do you have a guess, Adam?
Yes. I have to say a familiar name. Seems like the right one to me.
Give us your guess.
I'm gonna go with Scott Willie. I'm gonna go with 4.
Well, Scott really knows what he's talking about. It is 4. They scored 4 runs. They scored 20 runs 4 times last year. They scored 4 runs more than 4 times last year.
We disabled Scott Willie's Game Changer account, and he still knew the answer. So, props to you, Mr. Willie.
And Scott Willie is just head and shoulders above the competition for the Steamers prize pack right now for our trivia questions. We look forward to seeing Daniel Willie pitch in the second inning of the All-Star game tomorrow night. It'll be fun. A fun night in Tarboro. 3-2 from Kermode, or to Kermode, excuse me, is fouled off. And we, the broadcast team, will not be on the call for that. I know I'm going to go watch and enjoy a good home run derby, enjoy some baseball at Tarboro's All-Star game. The 3-2 missing ball 4 outside. Runner on to lead off this 7th inning for the Steamers.
I know you guys are all looking forward to Ray channeling his inner Chris Berman, going back, 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 but not quite. When Ray makes it big one day, you'll hear him on the call for the MLB Home Run Derby, and that's where you can hear that.
Okay. Sure. I'm fine with that being spoken into existence. Joe Haney coming to bat. A bunt single in the second and a ground out in the 4th. He's 1 for 2. He has one of the Steamers' 2 hits. Takes the first pitch for a ball.
And in this situation, I wouldn't be surprised to see another bunt. Third baseman, even with the bag. Haney's got a shot here, or he just can go big fly.
1-0 popped in the air. Foul territory, and that one going above the grandstand. It's 1-1.
Yeah, we're getting to the point in the game, Ray, where you got to find a way to score any way possible, manufacturing a run, especially when the leadoff hitter gets on. You might not get a leadoff hitter on for your other 2 chances in this game, so you really got to make the most of it and come to the plate with a plan.
This is a team that has the flair for the dramatic. A couple of walk-off wins this season. Throw over to first. Kermode back.
And this goes without saying, but don't get picked off.
Yes. It's so fun to watch NJ Hong over there at first base. He has so much fun with the players. He was tagging Kermode while Kermode was just standing back up on the bag, just standing there, talking to him. I can only imagine the conversations going on down there at first base. Another throw over. Hong able to get to that one. It's Freddie Freeman-esque, really. Freddie Freeman's known for just being a really conversational guy over there first.
They should have MJ Hong mic'd up like they did Freddie Freeman and see what he has to say. And I bet he'll even try and be more funny, and definitely be some good content.
1-1 to Haney. Up and away, 2-1. Daddio coming all the way out of the crouch to get to that one.
Now, in this situation, 2-1 count. That is the textbook hit and run count. Now, before the season, Marshall said, we'll almost never do that, but there might be one chance when it happens. He has a sign for it, so it could be on.
(3-1), and we will await the rare timing in which that'll be the case. Even so, you're not really swinging for
He might try. Yeah, he might try and do that in playoffs, but if that were to happen, Haney would have to swing no matter what at any pitch, unless it was in the dirt, and try and hit it in the hole between third and short, as the shortstop would then cover the bag on the steal.
Cut and miss on the 3-1, 3-2.
Hit and run or not, this is definitely still a good count to run. I would be really surprised to see Case Kermode not go here. Haney known for putting the ball in play.
The 3-2 to Haney. Swing and a miss. He is struck out, and there is one away.
Yeah, that high fastball can sometimes be Haney's kryptonite in a way. when he lays that off, he's one of the best hitters in the league. And when he does not, he has struggles putting the ball in play here and there.
Aaron Copeland has reached on air and struck out so far. One of the hottest hitters on this team. Getting a chance to bat. Swinging a miss at that one, 0-1.
And Copeland's got to be aggressive, but also understand and not give the pitcher anything here.
Copeland hitting .235, a .309 on base percentage this summer. Now a throw back behind Kermode. He's back in safely.
And NJ Hong itching to try and tag Kermode there. He got so excited when the ball was coming his way. And Houston, we have a problem as our guy Tommy Bass put on the PA right there.
Another throw over. Kermode back there easily. Kermode does have 3 steals this summer. He's tied for second on the team with Chase Bruno. Copeland cuts on and misses that one. 1-2. Those high pitches looking good to these Steamers bats.
Yeah, they look like a beach ball. Only problem is they're not a beach ball. I was trying to think of any other type of fun ball that you play with on the beach, but I couldn't. You know that racquetball, like the tiny blue racquetball thing?
That's it.
That's
it's a
it.
racquetball. One, two. Copeland just throwing his bat at it, pops it up into the air. Catch made, and there are 2 away.
Yeah, that's just not the at-bat you're looking for Copeland. Reaching a little bit there, I like him being aggressive, but you can't give the pitcher anything here. It's going to be now up to Casey Hare for some flair.
Pair of flyouts for Casey Hare.
Except one not like the other. The first one, laser out to center. So definitely credited with a line, maybe not a line out, but a quality at bat.
Quality swing you put on that ball. I'd like to see the extended version where it goes a little bit further this time around. 1-0.
And you see Lugo over there at short, like throwing his hands up, like what is going on? That was a cross-up there. Daddy-O behind the plate thought it was going to be a fastball, so when that dropped down, he had to catch it like a basket catch. Always scary when you see that, because if it's the other way around, it can hit you in the skull.
One outside, 2-0. Casey Hare, one of the best on this team, drawing walks, third on the team in walk rate. Love to mention it, he's got more walks this summer than he does strikeouts. Ahead in the count, 2-0. Brace in there for a strike, 2-1.
Got our rally caps up here, Ray. Christmas in July still reigns today.
Some leftover Santa hats. Adam Fine looks good up here. Tommy Bass with some paper on his head. He also looks good up here. As they try and manifest around this one, grounded. That one's going to make its way into right field. Kermode around second. He's head to third. The throw cut off. Runners on the corners now with 2 away.
Ray, I'll say it again. It's only weird if it does not work. Casey Hare doing a good job there, hitting it where they ain't. He deserves that hit after that line out in the first.
For Hare, that's the 3rd hit for the Steamers tonight. His first, and Pernetti, an owner of one of those 3 hits as well. Big opportunity for him. A big hole between short and third right now. They're moving over into a shift for him. 1-0. 1 for 2, Pernetti is. And the 1-0. Pernetti grounds this one to second, a diving stop. And the throw to first gets him. A great play over there by Lucas to end this inning. Steamers threaten. Runners on the corners with 2 outs. They are left there. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left. We head to the 8th inning here at historic Hicks Field. We'll be back with the Knights coming to bat on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Top of the Knights order, due up Ben Kaufman, the left-hander from Bluefield College. Taking the mound now for the Steamers, Clark Dearman. His evening is done. 7 innings, allowed 2 hits, struck out 10, and the 1 run put on the board by the Knights in the 5th inning. Kaufman's first pitch to Trent Hanchey's in there for a strike. 0-1. It's Hanchey, Lucas, and Cazorla.
Well, Ray, for pitch count purposes, mission successful for Marshall McDonald and Clark Dearman. To go 7 innings, very impressive, and really helps the Steamers in the long run when it comes to saving bullpen arms for Tarboro.
This bullpen arm, Kaufman, his 12th appearance of the summer. He's gone 14 2/3, a 1-2 record. He's got a save and a 6.14 ERA. He struck out 18. That one just missing 1 and 2.
Good miss there from Kaufman.
One, two, hit in the air. Left center field. Kermode, Copeland going back. Copeland not able to make the catch, crashes into the wall. And Hanchey on at second base. Copeland is down there in left center field. Up to his feet, walking around, and Courtney Phelps and Marshall McDonald are going to make their way out there to go check on the Steamers center fielder, who has just battled through quite a bit to keep himself on the field this summer.
Yeah, I mean, he looks to be okay. He's one tough kid. And it's going to be, he's definitely going to stay in the game. There's no way he's going to let Courtney and Marshall pull him out of here. But they are going to check on him a little bit, give him some time to walk it off.
As they discuss out there, Hunter Cole, Case Kermode out there with Copeland talking. All teammates' attention out there on Copeland. He's one of the fiercest competitors on this team. Obviously an engine that can drive a team when he gets hot. He's not leaving the field with Marshall McDonald and Courtney Phelps, so that is a good sign for Steamers fans. But between his shoulder, his ankle, just to see him crash to the wall, it's tough to watch.
Yeah, it's going to hurt in the morning, but for right now, for tonight, Copeland's going to tough it out. I salute you, Aaron Copeland.
Hanchey with a double on second base. That will bring up Max Lucas. 0 for 3 so far. Left-hander getting loose in the Knights bullpen when you're looking ahead to the Steamers at-bats coming up in the bottom half of this inning. As for the left-hander right now on the mound, Ben Kaufman, his first pitch to Lucas is in there for a strike, 0-1.
Good start for Kaufman. The goal in this situation, a strikeout. Got to keep Hanchey on second base at all costs. You have Haney, even with the bag, preventing the bunt.
Oh, 2 now.
Lucas has been late all night on the fastball. If I'm Kaufman, I don't want to try and get cute with it. Just blow it by him right here.
It's 0-2. Went away, 1-2. Looks like Hanchey's testing up his timing back there on second base.
Yeah, if he gets a good jump, he's going to take off. Or he should at least be careful. Try and let Lucas move him over.
1-2, ground over to first, and that will move Hanchey to third. So a good job by Lucas. A runner 90 feet away and just 1 out in the top of the 8th inning.
Yeah, huge at-bat for Lucas. Wasn't a pretty barrel, but he did his job, and he's going to get a lot of high fives as he goes on that dugout. Gives a chance for your 3-hitter to get the game-leading RBI. Cazorlo, 297 this year.
Well, here's some respect. They know how well Cazorla can hit the baseball, and they're going to intentionally walk him. He'll move on down to first base, sets up potential double play, and brings up Jordan Daddio.
Yeah, smart play there. Cazorla, 4 home runs this year, 3 of those at historic Hicks Field. 3 hits in his last game against Edenton, had that gapper in his last at-bat towards the Bud Light sign. I don't think Marshall McDonald wants Aaron Copeland running any more out there. I don't blame him.
Kaufman's first pitch. 0-1.
Good start for Kaufman. The changeup in this at bat, best friend, as he can look to get a rollover to anyone in the infield, try and get a double play.
Daddio struck out his first time up. One just missed the zone, 1-1.
Can't throw a curveball much better than that, Ray.
Kaufman's 1-1, grounded. That one, he's going to tip that one with his arm. And the toss over to second base is going to go past Bruno. Now 2 on, a run scores for the Knights. They take a 2-1 lead.
It was the right idea for Kaufman to try and barehand it, because if that was the case, he could have went 4 or to second, but that really messed with the timing with Casey Hare, and that led him to have an errant toss to Bruno, and now the Steamers are in some trouble.
And Jay Hong, so far, a walk, reached on air, and struck out. Big opportunity for him with 2 on and just 1 out. Kaufman's first pitch missing outside, 1-0. And Brett Folk is going to go out there and talk to the left-hander, try and settle him down as things have escalated rather quickly here at historic Hicks Field.
Yeah, it's tough to keep your calm when, for Kaufman, did everything he was supposed to do. Got a ground ball up the middle specifically, and if he didn't ricochet that ball with his bare hands, it would have been a pretty easy double play. 'Cause it was hit fairly hard, and then they would be out of the inning. But when it's somewhat it inflicts on what you did, you can also mess with your head, and also it's tough when you do your job and the result doesn't happen because something you can't control. That's always tough, and that's why Brett Folk's out there to calm Kaufman's mind down a little bit and have him focus on what he can't control.
So Hong, Cold Snow, and Jackson. Those are your Knights that due up right now with an out and 2 on. Kaufman's 1-0. Finding the zone 1-1.
Good spot. Brett Folk magic.
You wouldn't believe this is his first summer as pitching coach. One. Cut on and miss. The ball in the dirt. 1-2.
Well, when you hang around Marshall McDonald long enough, as Brett Folk has, you start to pick up a few things.
Yes. And you'd imagine a 6-year career as a college pitcher, you also get a few tips and tricks along the way.
Maybe that too.
The 1-2. This one into the hole and into left field. Stop sign put on at third base. The bases are now loaded. Zach Cold Snow coming to the dish.
Well, fortunately for Kaufman there, missed his spot, but a run did not score, and you still now have a force at all bases. And Marshall McDonald's going to come out, and it looks like there might be a change.
Marshall McDonald heading to the bullpen as the Knights have loaded the bases and taken the lead. It's 2-1 in favor of Greenbrier. We'll have all the information on the change and bring you some more Steamers baseball. When there's baseball to talk about, we'll be back here from historic Hicks Field. Edenton taking the mound for the Steamers, the right-hander from Roanoke College. His 12th game of the summer. He's thrown 23 and a third innings, a 1-2 record, a 5.40 ERA in that time. He struck out 38 batters. His first pitch, missing outside, 1-0. He leads the Steamers in strikeouts. So if you want anyone to come into a game with the bases loaded and only one out, here's a really good candidate. Gets a swing and a miss there, 1-1.
Yeah, Cole Snow's looking to put this game away with one swing and in the 8th inning, but Kuehl's got a hard fastball, and it's heavy in the sense that heavy means it gets on you quicker than you would expect. And a heavy 85 feels like faster than a regular 88.
Takes that one for a strike, 1-2. Colt Snow, 1 for 3 so far. He had scored the only Greenbrier run prior to this inning when he singled in the 5th and then later came around to score. The 1-2. Low, 2-2. Jacob Jackson taking cuts in the on-deck circle. Two. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and there's 2 away.
Kuehl, no stranger to the big strikeout. We saw it in Peninsula, and we'll see it again tonight, especially on a good hitter in Cold Snow. Now we got ourselves the most important at-bat of the game.
Jacob Jackson struck out his last time up. He came into the game to replace Carter Johnson. Kuehl's first pitch, upstairs, 1-0. If you remember way back in the Open, you said the playoffs have already started. They started early this year. I feel it. I feel the intensity of this moment. 2-0 in front of a good Thursday night crowd at Historic Kicks.
It's not October, but it is July in Edenton.
Yes.
And that means playoff time is coming soon.
2-0 fouled off, 2-1. Kuehl coming set. And his 2-1 pitch. Catches the zone, 2-2.
Dealing. He's pinpoint control here tonight.
What are you going with here?
Slider. It's only gonna lead to a weak barrel unless you put it right over the dish, and Kuehl can spin it.
2-2. There's that weak hit. Fisherot going to go all the way to first, and he will make the play the long way. The Knights put 1 on the board, take a 2-1 lead, leave the bases loaded as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning here at Historic Kicksfield. Clam's chance to answer when we come back on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Bottom of the 8th inning here at historic Hicks Field. The Greenbrier Knights put a run on the board in the top half of this inning, making it 2-1 in favor of the visitors. The Steamers looking to answer with 8-9 hitters, and then the top of the order, Jackson Hip, Jacob Bisharat, and Chase Bruno, the 3 duel for the Clams. As we move into the latter portion of this game, Aiden Foley, the left-hander on the mound, 21 2/3 on the mound so far this season. 11 appearances, a 1-2 record, a 2.49 ERA.
Along with Bashara, Foley's been one of their guys. Very strong this season. They've used him a lot. He's been the guy out of the bullpen. The Bashara and Foley combo has led to a lot of wins for the Knights. Most of their wins, per se.
Yes, absolutely. And he will be opposed by 3 straight right-handed bats to get him started. Jackson Hip, 0 for 2 so far. After a couple days off, getting his first chance to go back in the lineup.
You only need 1 this inning. This is not do or die. You can just try and manufacture 1 and then play the 9th. But 2 would definitely put the cherry on top. Hip, no stranger to the big moment, especially against Greenbrier.
First pitch to Hip, cut on and missed, 0-1. And again, what is at stake in the bigger picture? The Steamers, 2.5 back of the River Bandits in the PCL East Division, coming in tonight as Hip gets under this one, flies it into left, and the catch made. There is 1 away.
Lugo distracting some of you viewers at home, pretending like he was going to catch that ball, but that was just for giggles, I guess.
Flair for the dramatic. Yeah.
Like MJ Hong, he just loves the attention out there.
Jacob Bisharat has reached on error and flown out 2 times around. Getting his 3rd chance, but the Steamers down 2.5 to the River Bandits in the division. 5 games left in the season. A win tonight picks up half a game. A loss loses you half a game as Bisharat takes this one to left field. Catch is made. 2 away.
Unlucky. We saw it to Casey Hare, and now Bisharat's just kind of one of those nights it looks like for the Steamers. And they got Chase Bruno, or if not, 1 more chance after this. Yeah, Bisharat frustrated. He knew he got all of that one. That's what makes baseball so tough.
You can do everything right, still not get the result you want. Bruno, a pair of strikeouts. So granted to a fielder's choice, got him on base. He takes a strike, 0-1. Tarborough's magic number to clinch the East Division right now, coming into tonight at 3. Loss for the Steamers drops that down to 2. Found this one off. Not fielded by Hunter Cole in the on-deck circle. He lets that one bounce off his hand.
He can only do so much. We'll let him focus on something more important, his next at-bat.
All right.
We don't need to criticize him like that, Ray.
I'm just saying, we talk about with Brett Folk all the time. Everyone has to take accountability for their fielding on ground balls that are foul when they're not even on defense.
You're right. Marshall McDonald makes no excuses over there at 3rd.
Right. Absolutely not. 1-2 to Bruno. Pitch to Bruno. Skies this one to center field. And the catch is made. Steamers go down 1-2-3 in the bottom half of the 8th inning, trailing 2-1. Greenbrier with another chance to bat when we come back with the top of the 9th inning here on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Top of the 9th inning. Miles Webb coming to bat. He has walked, ground out, and struck out. 0 for 2 with a walk. Aiden Kuehl back on the mound, needing to shut down this night's lineup, and the Steamers bats need to come alive in the bottom half of this inning. So they trail by 1. Good job by Kuehl coming in the 8th.
Say it with me, Ray. Cool, calm, and collected.
1-1 now.
Slider's looking good.
Just a punting group up here, just a punting group.
We don't stop.
Cut on and miss 1-2.
And one thing about Kuehl, starter Kuehl versus relief Kuehl. As a reliever, he adds some miles per hour to his fastball. He can range in the high 80s, and it looks a lot heavy. 6'5" frame, so it gets on you quicker than, would say, a more normal 88-mile-an-hour fastball. One of those things where you get in the box and you think you have it timed up, and then you swing and it's in the catcher's mitt, and you look back and you're like, wait a second. Happened to me way too many times in my life.
I was going to say, you don't know anything about that, do you? 2-2 into right center field. That'll drop for a base hit. Cole over there to grab it. And the leadoff man aboard for the Knights.
You just got to tip your cap if you're cool. Great pitch, even better swing. Good hitting always beats better pitching. Now the Knights can add some more insurance.
Juan Lugo get a chance to bat. Entered the game for Thomas Crandall. Popped out back in the 7th. This is the 9th hitter in the Knights order. And we'll turn it over as Trent Hanchy on the on-deck circle for the next at-bat. The first pitch bouncing in, 1-0.
Well, we've been teased at a double play tonight. So it's only a matter of time till they fulfill what we've been waiting for. We don't have the roommate duo up the middle, but Chase Bruno can still go get it with the best of them.
We do have the all-star duo up the middle. Pair of all-star middle infielders for this team. A pitch in there for a strike, 1-1. Bisharat giving a quick turnover to first.
We have an all-star infield for the most part. Haney, Pernetti.
Yeah. One. In there, 1-2.
Yeah, and that slider looks good. It's just got a lot of side-to-side movement. I can't talk enough about it, especially when you're seeing the Clark curveball, which starts up top and also curves the opposite way. Makes it a lot tougher for Kuehl's slider.
Kuehl glance over at first. Now peeking again, his 1-2. In there, called, third strike. And there is one away.
Right down the middle. Lugo knew it. But now trouble of walking up to the plate.
Trent Hanchy doubled his last go-around to start the 8th inning, an inning in which he would come around to score, and that gave the Knights the lead they currently have. Runner goes. First pitch, the throw down to second. It's going to kick off and towards right field. Now runner in scoring position for the Knights.
Bisharat, perfect placement with that throw. Bruno just got there a tad late. And the Greenbrier Knights, besides a impressive Clark Dearman pickoff, they've been very successful stealing bags tonight.
Pitch, up and away, 1-1.
This is where Hanchy becomes big in the city of Greenbrier.
This one popped in the air, left field line. Bruno hustling over, Haney hustling at Bruno with a basket catch. And there are now 2 away in the 9th.
A basket catch and a hair flip. Why not? Amazing play. Bruno had the most to run out of Haney and Kermode out there. But that didn't stop him from making an incredible grab and getting out Hanchy, because if Hanchy had a new life, Ray, he would have made the most of it. So clutch play. You can see Kuehl tipping his cap, said, thank you.
That one's much appreciated.
Dinner on me, Bruno.
They'll bring up Max Lucas. Still a runner in scoring position, but now 2 away. Kuehl's first pitch, fouled back, 0-1. And obviously at home you couldn't see what Bruno was just able to do. He comes running down the left field line out towards the Steamers bullpen. Throws his hand out for a basket catch on the run. Convert that second out. The 0-1 pitch, ground over to third. Haney's got it cleanly. His throw to first is in time. So the leadoff man gets on board by way of a base hit, finds his way to second. The Steamers get out of it without allowing a run. Good job from Aiden Kuehl. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. The all-important bottom of the 9th inning coming up. Clams getting a chance to bat.
Hunter Cole, due up.
When we come back on the Steamers YouTube channel. Bottom of the 9th inning at historic Hicksfield. The Steamers trailing the Knights 2-1. Currently 2.5 back to the Tarboro River Bandits in the Premier Collegiate League Eastern Division with 5 games left in this season. A win tonight brings them 2 games back, and it doesn't change Tarboro's magic number, which is at 3. The batters that are going to try and prevent the loss: Hunter Cole, Case Kermode, Joe Haney. 2, 3, 4 in the order.
Arguably the 3 best hitters in the Steamer lineup.
Aiden fully back on the mound. Left-hander's first pitch. Breaking ball missing, 1-0.
And all you hear, good hold, good hold. Hunter Cole avoiding the outside pitch there. Very smart. If he's going to want to do damage, he's got to look for something on the inner half.
Swings and misses at the 1-0, 1-1 out in front of that pitch.
Yeah, well, it looked like it was in the inner half, but that's why they call it a curveball. Curves to the outside half.
The 1-1 to Cole. Thought about it, lays it off, 2-1. And there is a stark difference in terms of path to a division title in winning tonight and losing tonight. If the Steamers are able to win out, go 5-0, they don't need any help. Division title is theirs. They lose tonight, still there is a path to get to the division title. It becomes much, much more difficult.
The power in the hands of the Clams.
2-1 bouncing in there, 3-1.
Deep breath from Hunter Cole. Very smart, this AB. If he gets anything other than a fastball in the inner half, I'm assuming he will not swing the bat.
The 3-1. Upstairs, ball 4. Leadoff walk. Potential rally starter for the Steamers.
Great at bat. Kind of easy, but still, we're going to give Hunter Cole credit. And now it's going to be interesting to see how he works with the lefty move when it comes to stealing second base, because Case Kermode is going to want to hit him in, not have to move him over. Case Kermode always won that extra flair. He wants the headline.
Case Kermode walked his last time up, a pair of ground outs before that. First pitch to him, he fouls off 0-1. For Hunter Cole, he's stolen 14 bases this summer. He's been caught 4 times.
Yeah, but you have to be careful here because high leg kick. So what they say is you can only go on a first move on a lefty, because in college baseball you'll be thrown out if you try and wait to see him go commit to home. You have to be careful he doesn't go over.
Kermode flying this one in the air towards the right field line. Catch made. And there is one away.
A tough A-Beanie right there by Kermode. He knew he just missed that one, but now it's up to Hunter Cole to steal second base. You got to press the issue. I wouldn't be surprised to see him.
And now entering the game as a pinch hitter is Ryan Kay for Joe Haney.
Well, the righty-lefty matchup is important. Kay known for the big fly. Smart move by Marshall McDonald.
Foley looking over at first, now coming home to Kay, who swings and misses 0-1. Kay this season hitting a .214, a .286 on base percentage. Does have a long home run that he hit against the Wilmington Sharks. That was also a 9th inning home run. 10 RBIs for him. Cuts and misses that one, 0-2.
Yeah, and if you're Ryan Kay, well, if you're Hunter Cole, you know Ryan Kay is getting another curveball here. They know Ryan Kay struggles with the off speed. So if you're Hunter Cole, I'm increasing my lead a little bit. He's got a really short lead. I'm trying to take second no matter what. We haven't seen a move yet.
Trying to go upstairs with that fastball, 1-2.
Well, if I'm a betting man now, after seeing the fastball, which I cannot be due to NCAA compliance, I'm telling you he's not coming with the fastball a second time. But Hunter Cole still does not have a big enough lead to make things happen. He's probably going to be staying put.
Throw over. Cole back easily.
And if you're Hunter Cole, you can see that. Body language right there. He arched his back, and so you can easily tell when he's going over. So if I'm Hunter Cole, keep that short lead, try and do a shuffle as soon as the pitcher goes, and then you can be able to read his body language and take off or go back.
Foul tip there from Kay, keeping himself alive. Another breaking ball.
It's the type of thing for Hunter Cole. If you take one mini shuffle and can tell with the body language of the pitcher that he's going back, you'll have enough time to go back to first safely. But looks like it's not going to be up to that. It's going to be up to the man at the plate. Steamers have been successful with pinch hitters so far this year.
Aaron Copeland awaits in the on-deck circle. Ryan Kay down 1-2 in the count. Fully looking over at first and coming home. And a swing and a miss. Kay is struck out. Breaking ball ties him up. There are 2 away.
And you see Ryan Kay giving Cope a little piece of advice on kind of where that curveball might break or sequencing, or I'm not really sure, because I'm assuming Copeland is going to definitely get a similar amount of curveballs here. And if I'm Greenbrier, I'm looking to make him chase. Copeland chased the high and away fastball earlier tonight. We're going to look for that same result.
Copeland remained in this game after colliding with the wall out in left center field, trying to make a play earlier. Takes the first pitch for a ball, 1-0. Reached on air in the second, struck out in the fourth, popped out in the seventh.
And Hunter Cole, if you're not going to steal, needs a big secondary to break it up in the middle, and also to try and score from first to third if a ball goes, first to home if ball goes in the gap.
2-0 to Copeland.
And the way Casey Hare's been swinging it, Copeland shouldn't look to be too aggressive with this 2-0. Obviously, if you get something right down the pike, you know Cope's going to let it rip, but got to be careful here.
Fully behind, 2-0 in the count, looking over at first, pair of times, now coming home with it. And Copeland on that one tips it back, 2-1.
Yeah, Copeland's got to have his foot down, ready for the fastball. He'll be able to adjust to that curveball. It's not too sharp. It's loopy. It's very high. It goes top to bottom, but Copeland, with his posture, he should be able to ride it out and adjust to the curveball.
2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. And the Steamers are down to their last strike.
2-2 and 2 to number 2. Here we go, Ray. Every fan still in attendance tonight, wanting to see this finish.
On the edge of their seats as the Steamers' playoff picture becomes a little bit more clear. And the 2-2 to Copeland, a swing and a miss. He is struck out, and that will do it. The Knights take one on the road tonight, a 2-1 victory over the Clams. They put one across in the 8th inning to take that final score advantage. Again, the final 2-1. Great game for the pitchers. Adam, take us through what we saw here tonight.
Clark Durman did everything he could, but it wasn't quite enough. The Clams, a little too many strikeouts tonight in big moments, and that key hit, they're still waiting for it. And they're going to have to use all the luck they got with those key hits in Tarboro to be able to clinch this division, because now they got their work cut out for them.
Yes, they certainly do. So the Steamers came into this evening 2.5 back in the Premier Collegiate League Eastern Division. With the loss, they fall to 3 games behind the Tarboro River Bandits with just 4 divisional games remaining. The path has gotten much more difficult, not impossible. They're still able to win out from this point on, and they got a Greenbrier and Tarboro split on Sunday. They would be able to take the division. There's another way in which they can get through with Greenbrier sweeping Tarboro on Sunday and the Steamers winning 3 of the next 4. Best they can do is control what they can control and win what's in front of them right now. Tarboro's magic number is down to 2. The Steamers are 3 games out. Adam, as they go into the All-Star break, we'll put air quotes around it, with 1 day off tomorrow, how do you bounce back from a gut punch like this?
Well, just like you said, worry about what you can control only. They need to win out and then have some help, or, like you said, win 3 of these next 4 and have a lot of help, and they can't control the help. All they can worry about is doing their part, and then they should be good. This team is a resilient group, and they should know how to handle a situation like this.
Absolutely. And as for the All-Stars on this Steamers team, they don't have a day off. They will be in Tarboro tomorrow. Tarboro Municipal Stadium. Gates open at 4:30. Home run derby at 5:30. Josh Pernetti, Case Kermode in that home run derby. And the All-Star game starting at 7:30. Hunter Cole, Casey Hare, Kermode, Daniel Willie, Jared Davis, who will not participate but was named an All-Star, Blake Gibson, Joe Haney, Pernetti we mentioned, Bruno, Chase Bruno, and Cole Bates. Those are your Steamers All-Stars. Again, 7:30 tomorrow night at Tarboro. Tarboro also live streams all their games on Facebook, so you'll be able to catch it there. The next time the Steamers as a team will be in action is Saturday night, a 7 o'clock game against the Tarboro River Bandits here at historic Hicks Field. There's Jim Catfish Hunter ALS night at the ballpark. Be sure to show up for that. Also, Clemens County night here at the ballpark. So a lot going on, a big divisional matchup. If you can't make it here, we'll love to see you back here on the stream. We thank you so much for tuning in. For Adam Fine, I'm Ray Dunn. The final score tonight, 2-1. The Greenbrier Knights beat the Edenton Steamers. We hope to have you back here on the stream Saturday night. If not,